All right, another tool time. This is a depth gauge, kind of the old school version. This is a Starrett number 237, okay? And it's got a little tiny little rule built into it and a tightening knob here, and you can move it in and out and measure the depth of something, right, with this flat section here. And then there's a little window down here that you set the number to. You set this to 1, then it's set to exactly 1 inch depth below, okay? Now you're saying, well, nobody's going to use that anymore. Everybody's got calipers, and on the end of a caliper, the little wire sticks out the bottom, and that is your depth gauge. So it takes the place of one of these. But every once in a while, this is a little bit nicer. This is a little bit harder to hold, and this is a nice solid little instrument. Okay. Now they come in a couple versions. Okay. This one is just in and out. Let me show you another one. This one is made by the Miller Falls Company. And it's the same thing. It's just got a little in and out thing. But on the back, and hopefully this will photograph. Let's see if I can, yeah. So you can see there's some angled lines on the back. So if you loosen this up quite a bit, then you can get this thing to rotate. So if you put it along one of these lines, I'm going to put it along that line. Along that line there. Now it's at a 45-degree angle, and you can measure this 45 degrees here, or 180 minus 45 over here. And so this one has markings for 60, 45, and 30. So you'll see them both ways, and I think Starrett made them both ways as well. All right, so you can say, hey, wait a minute, there's another way to do that. All right, saying, hey, but there's another way to do that. Yeah, there's something called a depth micrometer. This is a depth micrometer. So if I have it set here to, have it set right here at 0.2, or is it here? Yeah, right here is 0.2. Then you have exactly 0.2 poking out over here. And then if you spin it in, this one has a little ratchet wheel too, which is nice. You have it set to 0.5, which is right there. You have ½ inch poking out over here. So these can be nice too. So with a lot of these things, sometimes speed is better. So this one's going to be faster. This one's going to be more accurate. All right. So different ways to do the same thing. And then we'll leave you with one more way to do the job. I'm sure there's 1,000 other ways to do it. But that is with this guy here. Now he is like one of these guys, but pretty fancy. Before there, maybe you could afford one of these, you might buy one of these, and it's a vernier. It's a vernier, like vernier calipers instead of dial calipers, right? These are cheaper, but they're faster. And so there's a vernier scale here. This one's made by Brown & Sharp. And so you would loosen things up. You would loosen here, and then the whole thing slides in and out. So you would say, okay, I want to be about EA here, and then you could tighten this down, and then you can go over here to the wheel, and then the little wheel has a threaded rod on it and moves it in a finer fashion. So you do a coarse set with that wheel, and then a fine set with this wheel, and then there's a vernier scale here to get a very, very accurate reading. So my eyes are not good enough any longer to use this device. It would take a nice magnifying glass before I could use this thing. But yeah, there you go. I just like the looks of these things. This one was owned by Mr. J.E. Hannigan. Thank you, Mr. Hannigan. Yeah, Brown & Sharp. Good stuff.